This is Geometry, Chapter 0, Section 7, in which we will study ordered pairs. When you look at the coordinate plane, the good old XY graphing type thing, every point has coordinates of x and y, where x is the horizontal distance from the origin location and y is the vertical distance. And the plane is divided into 4 quadrants, quadrant 1 being the upper right, quadrant 2 being next door, and then counterclockwise around to 4. One of the things they'll be asking us is to identify the quadrant that the point is in. And it's important to know that points that are on either axis, either the x-axis here or the y-axis here, if they're on the axis, they're not part of a quadrant. So they're going to ask us to plot points on the graph. Believe you've done this a few times in your history. So the point at 3, 2, starting at the origin, over 3, up 2, is A. B, they say, is at negative 1, 4. That means go to negative 1 on x, and then up 4 for y, and you'll find B. Point C is negative 2, and then negative 1 down. And then point D is 4 over and 2 down. And they're going to also ask us to go the other direction. Name the coordinates. Point E is at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Point F is 1 to the right and 3 down, so 1, negative 3. Point G is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left, and it looks like 2 down, so negative 6, negative 2. And then H is negative 2 for the left and 2 up. Then the last thing they're going to throw at us is to ask us to find points that are on the graph of a certain line, and then to actually make that graph. So we have y equals 3 minus 2x. When they tell us to find a certain number of points, they're saying to make an xy table. And we get to pick whatever x's we choose. I'm going to pick some simple x's, 0, 1, 2, and 3. If I plug 0 into the equation, 2 times 0 is 0, 3 minus 0 is 3. If I plug in 1, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. If I plug in 2, I get negative 1. And if I plug in 3, I get negative 3. That gives me my 4 points, 0, 3, 1, 1, 2, negative 1, 3, negative 3. And then they ask us to graph the line. Well, that's not too tough. We've got the 4 points. Plot the 4 points and draw a line through. So ordered pairs, both from the direction of plotting a point and from the direction of here's the point, tell me the coordinates, and then finding points on a line. Nothing you haven't seen before. Hopefully, as always, if you had questions along the way, you jotted those down. and we will see you in class.